What's going on, Lego fans, and welcome back. Alex here, down in my basement on this very nice and quiet morning. The kids are off at school. I'm taking a very rare day off from work, and we're going to come down here and just do a quick video looking at the city here before I turn all of the lights on. Just kind of this, just want to share this moment with you where it's nice, it's quiet, and kind of peaceful down here in the mornings that I don't really get to enjoy that often. So let's go ahead and get started with what we're going to cover today. First, let's go ahead and turn on the lights. A little bit better. There's actually several light switches. Two here. And I always like to turn on these LEDs right here. Much better. And then, of course, down here in the corner where my little workstation is. And the sun is up in Minneapolis. What I'm going to do is answer some of the questions, well, actually a lot of the questions that I get in the forum regarding this layout and the the collection in general. And the first question that I'm going to try and answer is, how much did this cost? Because people see this massive Lego city, and people know Lego is and it's an expensive toy, right? And I have quite a large layout down here in my basement, so that's usually the first and most common question that I get. And honestly, I really don't know the true market value of this city. I've been collecting for, goodness, 3 decades, and I know it's worth a lot, tens of thousands. I don't really know that it's going to be in the 6 figures though, honestly, guys. But it's enough that I have definitely increased the private property coverage on my homeowner's insurance because, man, if this all went up in flames, that'd be so sad. And a lot of this stuff is not really replaceable, not at least immediately replaceable. So that's the official answer is I don't know. It's a lot, but I don't think it's as much as people might think it is. But it's not something that I can go out and replace over the weekend. That's for darn sure. Another question that I get that's pretty fun is, what if you had to move? Wow, I don't know. That would be terrible if I had to move, honestly, guys. My wife and I have lived here for 9 years, and when we moved here, when we were looking for a house, we wanted to find a house that would actually allow for me to have this hobby in the basement and enough space to live upstairs, and this one is fitting that very, very nicely. We have no plans to move. My job probably won't need me to move at all, and so we're going to live here for a very, very long time. I will say this, though. In my yard, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let me open up the blinds here a little bit. It's decent size. That's a terrible shot, but anyway, it's kind of hard to. Oh, there's one of my chickens. Yeah, I got chickens still. Anyway, the backyard, I want to put a big garage back there, and if I do that, I want to move my city out in the backyard to obviously the garage. And I think if I were able to do that, I would have a better opportunity to create a layout that I really want, which is more rectangular shape. This is a big L shape, right? That's the it's how my basement is right now. It's a big L, which is okay. It works pretty well, but you can't see it all in one shot. So down here is a really cool shot from the end all the way to the downtown area. But to see it all, you gotta walk over here and then take the whole panoramic view to get it all. So it would be really cool if I was able to get it all, capture this all in one shot in a more rectangular build. Next question is, how do you keep it so clean? As you guys know, Lego is just a dust collector. Over several months, it just gets these layers and layers of dust, and if you don't dust it routinely, that dust sticks on there as this kind of grime that it's hard to even get off when you're scrubbing it. Now, my Lego city is not exempt from dust. I will say that dust in the basement isn't that bad. There's not a lot of traffic down here to kick it up, but it still gets dusty. My main indicator to know when it's time to dust is actually the skylights of Grand Emporium. I'll run my finger along the windows here, and if I get some dust on my finger, or I can see the trail where my finger was, it is definitely time to dust. Now, how long does it take for me to dust? I don't know. I said, somebody asked me on Instagram, and I said about an hour, and that is a total lie. That was how long I had been working when I answered that question. This would take several hours from start to finish if done right. Now, as far as it being done right, these right here are my weapons of choice to fight dust. So I have a Swiffer duster here, and it is quite used. You can see a lot of dust buildup there, but the Swiffer duster is great. It's gentle. It'll go along your road surfaces, even these Lego bumps right here all along really, really well, and get a lot of the bulk dust off around your city, along your roofs, your airplanes, whatnot. However, as you guys know, there are so many tiny nooks and crannies that you need something like this, a really nice fine brush to brush a lot of that dust out. In fact, let me go over here and kind of show you what I mean. This train station right here, this roof was really bad and the normal duster was not getting it. So I got this and I just brushed the dust off of it, and my goodness, it works so well. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up, but that black looks like it's brand new black elements right there. Now, this isn't going to absorb the dust. This will just brush it off. So you do have to get your Swiffer duster to absorb the dust so it's not just moving the dust elsewhere, right? So really good, really effectively, really good with trains. As you guys know, your trains get a lot of little places where you get a lot of dust and it's hard to get it out. This will work wonders, so highly recommend that. But unfortunately, the nightmare for me is cleaning this area right here because there's people. And yeah, you have to get the people out of the way, so you got to move them all out, run the Swiffer through it, and then place all your people back. And I hate doing that. It's so time consuming. Dusting is not time consuming. Moving your cars and your people out of the way and then putting them back, that is time consuming. So no, my city is not exempt from dusting. It does require dusting every 3, 4, 5 months. Upstairs though, in my office, you guys know I have those large Star Wars sets. Those require a lot more dusting. It gets very, very dusty up there, lots of traffic, and every 3, 4 weeks I find myself cleaning up there. Another question I get is, do you let your kids play down here? And the answer to that is, yeah, absolutely. In fact, I love it when my boys are down here. Josh is 12. He is more of a, he creates these terrible scenes of destruction, but he's good at fixing them and putting it all back together. Jimmy, he's a 6, almost 7-year-old. He is, yeah, he has his moments, but that's okay. I'm happy to have him down here because we're together as a family, and that's what's really important. And obviously passing on the love of Lego to them on this as well. Another question is, do I glue these? No, I don't. I do not do the Craggle. You guys know who followed me for any length of time know that I am always changing things in my city, always switching things around, always making new buildings. In fact, right here, this is where I'm going to put the next building. I took down the Octan Tower, and the new building is going to go right there next to Avengers Tower. Another one is, are all these real sets? The answer is no, not all of them are real sets. A lot of these are my own creation. I always tell people when they're down here visiting, I said, you can always tell the ones that I built and the ones that Lego built, because the ones from Lego have much better details, such as these downtown buildings. So the taller buildings, all those mocks, those are obviously my own design. There's a lot of smaller buildings that, I don't know, I think the ratio is probably 60% from Lego and 40% of my own design. But what I pride myself on is the ability to make it all work together, to have this 350 plus square foot city function, you know, making it a good infrastructure, making sure people can get from point A to point B with relative ease, making sure that it has the necessary accommodations, things like that, right? So that's what I love about this, is having it all work together, having section by section. You have the residential section, you have the amusement park section, the recreational section, the downtown section, the airport, train, and of course the more industrial side with the seaports and trains. In fact, I think this is what I'm going to have to tear apart next. I don't really like how the trains just kind of loop out and go right back in. I'm going to have to clean that up. So I think that is next on the agenda, to rip down and rebuild, you guys. This next question, I got to be careful not to ramble on, because I definitely can go down a lot of rabbit holes with this, but that is, how do I start my own Lego city? What is the approach I should take? Now back up a little bit. Over the years, as I've shared several videos, a lot of people have said, you've inspired me to create my own Lego city, which I love to hear. My videos, along with other creators' videos, have inspired a lot of people to do their own setups, something like this or close to this, right? Or even if it's not city, it could be pirates or castle or something else like space, right? But I love hearing that, and I love getting information back on where they are in their progress. And if you haven't done that, and you told me that you've been inspired to create something, I would love to see your progress on that, kind of see what you've come up with. Because there's no wrong or right way to do this. You just start with one set and you go from there. I got my first set back in 1987, so I've been doing this for quite some time. And I remember when I was a little kid, on the floor of my bedroom, I had, let's see, what did I have? I had the airport shuttle. I had the launch and load seaport, the red one, not both, just one of them. The intercoastal seaport, the yellow one. My first set right here, the blue cargo ship from 1987. And I had the pier police. And I think I had a few road plates to go along with it. And that was it. And from there, I just got, I also had an airport, a little jet port. It was the international jet port I got when I was 12 years old. That's right. In fact, it's assimilated into this, but the road plates are from it. This is the original airplane from the jet port right there next to the Milano. and that was it. And I just collected one set at a time. Every birthday, every Christmas, I would ask my parents for a Lego set, whatever was out at the time. Now, real quick, a word of advice. The Lego group will always have a police station available. They'll always have a fire station available. They'll always have some sort of hospital available, a passenger train available, a cargo train available. These things they produce every year because of the playability of those types of sets, right? So just think about that you're always going to have those available to you. What you have to think about is what are those one and done type of things, those unique sets that Lego produces. For example, trains. The Emerald Knight. Man, they knocked it out of the park with this thing. It's a beautiful train, but it had such a short run, and that was it. Another example of a one and done that Lego, I think, really missed an opportunity to keep doing was the train engine shed. That shed is amazing, and I'm fortunate enough to have two. So things like that you got to be cognizant of, and it's hard to detect. It really is. It's tough. A lot of it is. I've been very fortunate to be collecting over the span I have because there's been a lot of great things. One of the best things, obviously, are these modulars that they've been doing for close to 12 years now. The downtown area is just full of those things. The Ghostbusters Firehouse, that is a prime example of a set that you definitely got to get for your city. Is it expensive? Yes, it is absolutely. And I know not everybody's going to have the resources to just go out and buy one of those. But that's just a more expensive example of what will help give your Lego city those that really cool aesthetic, right? So here again, police station, right? Go down here, another police station down here, right? And these are Lego police. I have three of them. Four. I think with the Pier Police, I have four of these things. And on Bricklink, I have sold 6 police stations. I kid you not. So that just gives you an idea of how often they come out with those things. These things right here, these houses, these were kind of a rare thing now. And I thought they were going to keep coming out with these, but they stopped. Now they're still doing them, but I don't want to get too negative here, guys, but they're just junk. They're small. They're not on good base plates anymore. It's, some things are good and some things are just, they could be better. Speaking from an adult fan of Lego perspective, right? All right, hope I didn't go down a rabbit hole too far with that one. Well, I think that answers most questions that I get. I know it's not everything, but if you have a question or a comment, always happy to hear from you on the forum, so please let me know in the comments section below. Here is the workstation. It's evolved a little bit since I last showed it. I've got some new drawers in here and added some more of these. These are the Acro Mills brand. I think I got these from Amazon. They're about $20-30 each. Man, they work great for holding your Lego elements. And this is, I don't know what I'm trying to do here, guys. We'll see how this goes. But doing a lot of trial and error here with the base of this building. And hopefully in a week or two I'll have some more updates on that. But definitely got to have a good workstation if you're going to be a creator. So this is where I do a lot of that building. All right, guys, well, that's going to wrap it up for now. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys think of the answers. Hopefully that satisfies your curiosity. And we'll have some more great stuff here in the very near future. Until then, you guys have a great day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.